Hey friends, we've been sharing this week about what exactly we do with our kiddos here in our homeschool. So today I'm going to share with you what we do for Lily. She is 12 years old and in the 6th grade. So come hang out with me. I'll share it all with you today. Minded Home, and welcome back. And now every single day we have a video coming out. Yes, we are vlogging and putting out videos every single day this year. Homeschool, homemaking, living a life to the glory of God, focused on heaven as the eternal, right? That's where we are living for, and it shows in our day-to-day. So be sure, if you guys want to, subscribe and tap the little bell notification. That way you guys will get notified when these videos come out every single day. And if you guys find this helpful and you want to like or leave comments, it would mean so much to our family as we work to share and kind of grow this community here online. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. We shared, of course, the fun we had with celebrating Purim at the beginning of the week, but then I've been talking about how exactly and what exactly we use when homeschooling our girls. So I shared with you for Olivia, she's 5 and in like pre-K. Virginia, she is turning 10 in just a couple weeks and she would be in 3rd grade. And then today I want to share with you what we're doing for Lily. She is 12 and would be in like the 6th grade. Our girls have been homeschooled their whole lives. So our son, who's 18 and a senior in high school, he went to government school for kindergarten and half of 1st grade. He's been home ever since. The girls, they got to just start off the right way. So they've been home their whole lives, and I'm so proud of them. We've been able to apply that better late than early mindset that I talked about in Olivia's video, which you guys can get right up here. We've applied that to our girls since day one, and oh my goodness, we have seen the reward of doing that. So very, very thankful for kind of just understanding that and being able to apply it with the girls. Lily is amazing. Kind of seeing her, she turns 13 this fall. I can't believe it. And just the young lady she's growing up to be and everything that she does, she's just so phenomenal. And I feel like this year we're really starting to see that. I like to try to keep my focus on the whole child, right? It's not just about, checking off, traditional curriculum or subjects or whatever. I want to focus on my children as a whole. Excuse the air fryer. I want to focus on my children as a whole, right? How is their walk with the Lord? Do they trust, have they come to salvation through Christ? How are they doing? Why, if we are seeing attitude or issues, why is it? Is it, just hormonal imbalance as she's, getting older? Okay. What does her diet look like? How is she eating? Is there something going on that's a heart issue that she's struggling with? Does she need more time with me? Does she need more time with dad? I like trying to look at our kids, especially as they get older, and I'm not saying I get it right every time, but trying to pause and go, okay, I'm not just here in our homeschool trying to check off, did we hit every subject? How is my child doing as a whole? I'm supposed to be discipling them, right? God has entrusted me with these children to train up. Do they know the Lord, right? Can they stand firm in their faith? That's why we did that apologetics class here last month. Looking at these different things, are they ready to, for our girls, does she understand biblical womanhood? Is she ready to live in the light that the Lord, designed her for? Is she, ready to do all of this? So I want to look at all of those things. And so I'm going to share with you guys what we use, what we do. I guess you would call us more of like unschoolers than anything else. But that's why, because I don't just want to make sure I'm hitting the boxes. I want to make sure that my child is well-rounded, that she has the stuff she needs. She can do the practical, real life, everything. All of that to me is just so much more important than a curriculum or a subject or, some sort of like algorithm of stuff we're trying to check off. So hopefully that makes at least some sense. It does in my mind, but hopefully it translates to you guys. So in all of that, you cannot be a heavenly minded homeschool if your first priority isn't on the Lord, right? Knowing the Lord, what that means to our lives here today, looking forward to eternity and all of that. And so our time in scripture every day for all of our children is the most important thing that we're going to check off whatsoever. You can homeschool everything you need to homeschool just using the Bible, I promise you. So that is our first and foremost. We do family Bible right here at the table every single morning. My husband leads it. My brother joins us. All the kids are there. We read through, we discuss. We just finished Colossians today. Right now we're going through all of Paul's epistles. And so it's a great time where we just read and discuss. Just talk about it, all gathered together. We love our family time together in the morning. And then for our more homeschool portion of Bible, that's where we have our handy dandy, heavenly minded homeschool family Bible curriculum. So this is the curriculum I've been writing and putting out. We've got the first couple months already available, and the rest I am trying desperately to get out just as quickly as I can. But this was a system I came up with for our kids that of everything I've tried over all of the years, this has worked the best. And what we do is we work each week through memorizing different passages of scripture, of working on a different focus, whether it be memorizing the books of the Bible or going through the different names for God. We have our different things that we all like to do together. But then what we do is we have a passage in the Old Testament and the New Testament where we go through, we read our passage, we're reading through the same passages all throughout the week, so we're reading it over and over, and then we go around and share what stood out to you, right? Was there something you thought was odd or strange or made you think of something else? And then we have 5 trivia questions for every passage that we go through all week long. Hey, love. Just over and over and over again to make sure that our kids are make sure that our kids are not only just reading the information, but they're knowing it, they're understanding it. We're working through all of this. So love having these little booklets that we can put together. Let me go deal with that. Anyways, we love having these booklets and being able to study through together. And Lily, after we just did the Case for Christ class and our co-op, and Lily was like, you know what? I think she's just feeling kind of convicted. And she was like, I want to spend some time just by myself too, right? We read together as a family, we do these different things, they have all this stuff, we're doing stuff. And she's like, I want to read on my own. And so she talked to her dad about wanting a study Bible. And so he helped her pick out a beautiful study Bible. It came in the other day. It was gorgeous. And so she's kind of deciding, she wants to do some reading on her own, and then maybe her and her dad can sit down together, during the day and kind of go over it and discuss these things and cover her questions. And so seeing her just grow in all of that and being ready, I want to dig it myself. I want to do this. I remember, when I kind of got to that point where I was like, okay, what does this say? And I wanted to pursue that. So kind of seeing her get to that point has just been really cool. So she's got her new study Bible and she's ready to get going, and was even talking about maybe doing a Bible study with the other, kids in co-op if people would be interested. So seeing her want to kind of head that up and do all of that is just really super cool. I'm so proud of her. She did the biblical womanhood class with us. I do biblical womanhood studies every summer in our collective. So you guys be sure you sign up for our monthly newsletter down there so that way you guys don't miss that when it's time. But we did one with our daughters this past summer, and you guys can still access that if you sign up in the collective. That's where you click that blue join button. You can get all the series we're going through. Right now we're doing a spring refresh where it's 1 month we're reading the entire Bible cover to cover, and we're deep cleaning our house with very simple tasks. So you guys can learn more about that up here and come over and join us because we're doing it right now. But over in that collective is where we have the biblical womanhood classes. We did it with her, and she joined me for some of the videos, and it was really a great time as she studied through the scriptures, listened to the sermons, we had the discussions, and she was like, oh my gosh, I didn't understand, that's what scripture says. And so working through it was a really cool thing, and it's just so awesome seeing our kids grow, and parenting is so awesome. I just love it. So that's the main focus of what we do for our homeschool, of course, would be in their walk with the Lord, their discipleship. And then the only secular studies that we prioritize in our homeschool for our kids would be reading, writing, arithmetic. I want to know that my kids can have a good, solid foundation in those areas, because then they have the ability to pursue the things that they're interested in. We cover all kinds of history, we cover all kinds of science, we cover all the other subjects. We cover all of that. But I let it be something that is child-led, because when they're actually interested in it, or it somehow connects with our life and something that's going on, oh my goodness, they'll learn all the things because they're self-motivated. We all work that way. And so I love being able to give them that freedom. So for her, when it comes to reading and writing, this kid loves to read. Oh my word, Lily was my easiest to teach how to read. She picked it up like that and just flew with it. I mean, it was off, and she loves reading. We got her a Kindle, and that child is reading like 10 different books at a time at like all times. She reads so much. Our problem is stopping her. Like, okay, you've read enough, like put the book down. But she loves reading, so that for years now, I don't even assign anything because she's just off and on it. We do the HMH co-op. That is our co-op that we started. It's an online co-op. We have classes going on right now. If you guys want to learn more about those, you can check them out right up here. And what we do for that is we do 2 months on, 1 month off is kind of the cycle we've been on now. And so 1 month is dedicated to a book club. The other month is dedicated to a writer's workshop. And then we have a month off where we're going to be doing some fun, like elective type things. But she will have, in those months, a specific book that she reads for class and something that she's doing there in the co-op. But otherwise, I don't really mandate anything to do with reading for her because she's just always reading. Sometimes her and I will read the same book, so that way she usually gets done before I do, but that way we can kind of have our own little book club where, hey, we're reading this and doing different things. We love things like, Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility. So we have some of the same tastes when it comes to some of that. And so it makes it kind of fun to do something together. So that's where she kind of checks off her reading. For writing, this is where, again, I just plug the HMH co-op because my mom, who leads it, started doing a creative writing workshop with the kids. And I'm telling you, all these kids wanted nothing to do with writing. Some more than others, but they weren't big fans. These kids now would do writers' workshops every month if they could because they just have so much fun. So they've been writing stories. Right now they're putting their short stories together. We're going to be publishing them so all of us parents can purchase like an actual copy of these, stories, which I'm so excited for. I shared with you guys my son, he's written his story. The introduction is already out. You can purchase it on Kindle, and the first full book is getting ready to come out, so you guys can learn more about his up there if you're looking for something to read or for your kids to read. But she loves writing, and so she has her laptop. We just have a renewed Chromebook that we got off of Amazon. I'll try to link the stuff down below, but comment if I forget and I'll get it for you. We just got her that, and I set timers on it so she gets an hour and a half each day that she can be on, and she can be either, she gets on Canva and is designing book covers, or she's just in Google Docs writing, and she loves doing that. I credit it all to co-op. I literally do nothing. I do absolutely nothing when it comes to this because she just loves it so much, is doing so great with co-op. She's always writing. She's always doing stuff. She's good to go. So that means our last thing that I want to check off would be math. I shared a little bit in Virginia's video yesterday, but math is one I've kind of struggled with because I really don't take a traditional approach to it. We've tried so many different curriculums, so many different things, and we get so far, and then I'm like, who cares? You're never going to use this in life. It doesn't matter. I took all the algebra, all the calculus, all the everything. I was in honors class, straight into college, the whole nine. You don't use it in life, And so I've always told our kids, I want you to know how to understand numbers, to work with numbers. And I feel like that just makes so much more sense when you're doing it in a practical sense, right? You're literally using it. You're literally dealing with it. And so the girls, I got them baking and cooking early. Lily loves cooking. She loves baking. She does stuff with that all the time. I involve them in house projects and things that we're doing when they run into issues, or we're in the grocery store, or we're budgeting or whatever. I involve them in those things that I'm doing and show them how to work with the numbers in that. They do play lots of games. So online games, video games, board games, their own made-up games, card games, dice games, any of the games, especially that you're going to be using a lot of, just number sense to work with them. I love doing stuff like that, and really have just found, again, if they have an interest that they want to be there and they want to be playing this game or doing this activity or baking this food, all of a sudden their retention when it comes to this stuff skyrockets because they want to know it. They want to understand it. And so I've just always found that to be far more beneficial than any curriculum we've tried, worksheets we've tried, or whatever. And so we usually just kind of focus on something like that. And I feel like math just happens naturally. You know, you run into it in things that you're doing, especially when we include our kids in and let different just real life things become teachable moments. And so that's really where she focuses on that. Now, every once in a while we'll run into something that she's like, oh my gosh, I've got to get better at X. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's pull up some videos. Let's find some online like drill games or something like that if there's a specific thing that you need to kind of improve in. But again, there's a little bit of self-motivation there because she's like, oh my gosh, I need to know how to do this so that I can play this game or do this or whatever. So we kind of let that be the teacher, and she's doing a wonderful, wonderful job. So those would be her core things that Lily does. And then, like I said, I like to make sure that my kids have lots of open-ended time to pursue the things that they are actually interested in. So like for Lily loves art, and she has gotten really, really, really into art. Drawing, she's got her dad's tablet, she does digital stuff, and now we have these amazing classes in the HMH co-op taught by a sweet, sweet friend, Abby. She went to school actually to be an art teacher and then was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be in the public school system. And so now we have her in the co-op and we're so thankful. And we're in the second month now of her doing art classes, and my girls are loving it. It's twice a week that they get on there with Abby and their friends and learn new skills, try out new materials, work through different things. I'm not a drawing, painting person. I've done fun things like with church friends, but that's not my forte. I can do floral design, I can do home design, like there's different things I can do. I can't do that. I've got stick people. That's about as good as I get. And so it's so great for her having, a teacher that she can get on with who does have the knowledge and can help, and then to be in there with different friends that are interested in doing the same thing, and she's absolutely loving that. So definitely give her a lot of time to be able to pursue things like art. And then just like with the younger kids, I like to make sure that my kids have time to play. Right now, Lily is outside with her 5-year-old sister. I don't really know what level of play they're doing, but her little sister's having a good time. They're spending time together. They're bonding. They have to work through their own little quirks and things with one another. Seeing her kind of get older and kind of come into this, this more mature role has been really cool to watch. We've had some rough patches of trying to balance it all out, but it's so sweet seeing her kind of take that on with her sisters. And they get out there, they play together, they have fun, especially for us, we live in North Carolina, so most of our year is really gorgeous. They can be outside playing, we go hiking, they love racing. She's really gotten into racing with her brother and her dad, so we do lots of racing stuff now, and it's just been really cool again to have that. We cover the basics, we do the stuff, she's got a wonderful foundation, but then she's pursuing the things that she actually wants to pursue and she wants to check out. For me, especially with the girls, especially as she's getting older, biblical womanhood. I need to know it, I need to understand it, I need to live it, and then I need to teach that to my daughters. And so that's really been an area that we've had a lot of focus on, especially here with her getting ready to hit the teens. And I'm just so proud of her. She's doing such a wonderful job. She's a great kid. And, we all have our things and our stuff that we have to work through, but she's doing a really good job, and allowing her to just have an environment that is rich with learning and kind of nurturing that, and watching her just soar through it is fantastic. So that's our kind of non-traditional, kind of unschooly approach to 6th grade with Lily. She's doing fantastic, and I'm just so proud of the young lady she's becoming. So that's what we do. I hope this maybe can be a help or an encouragement if you've got a kiddo around the same age and you're like, what do we do? That's what we do anyways, and it's working out pretty good for us. But if you guys want something else to watch, might I recommend this video right up here? I think you'll love it. And be sure to subscribe before you leave. Again, tap that little bell notification and you'll get, tomorrow's gonna be kind of a fun video that I really wanted to do. So you guys come over and be sure to join me tomorrow for a fun little Homeschooling Mom video, and I will see you guys then. Bye, friends.